Hello, welcome to Eyewitness Report. On the program today, residents of Ifako Oworoshoki community seek Lagos State government assistance over the state of infrastructure. Fear grips some cross-river communities as erosion turns the heat on them. It's a season of flood, and Benin City, the Edo State capital, braces up for impact. Join us for these and more on Eyewitness Report. I am Chris Elems. A road project in Lagos at the Ifako, Bagada end of Lagos State has solved a lot of traffic challenges in that access for road users, but the residents feel it has compounded their environment problems. Join us as we take a look at what the people are talking about. Welcome to Olokumeji Road, one of the many projects constructed by the last administration in Lagos State as part of measures to control traffic and open up Ifako to this end of the Lagos Express Road. While it has become very beneficial to drivers as a connecting route to the Third Mainland Bridge as well as the major express, it's a different tale for residents of the various estates in the locality.
Anytime it rains, we seem to be existing right in the middle of, water pond, body of water, arising from the fact that the gutters we have here are not carrying water to the main gutter created by the government. Before this time, this road here, was not tarred. We were doing all we could to maintain it, but eventually government, out of its own magnanimity, decided to come to our aid and did this. And then, of course, you can see there are state-of-the-art gutter, made on both sides of the road, which is a very commendable development. But the sad situation for us is that these gutters don't serve us because the road, having been elevated, leaves our own part of the community other road level. So all the rains and all that leaves the entire estate flooded. In fact, several times, we had seen people, move their things, sun their materials, bed, chairs, furniture, kept out there to dry because of the effect of the rain.
The roads within the communities are in very poor state as flood leaves its mark after the last rainfall.
Prior to the road that was constructed by the government, is with the landlords in the environment, the CDA, that created the road before the government came to our rescue, so to say. Right now, what we do, for those of us that have flooding in our houses, we have sumps, submersible sumps that we use. And those submersible sumps that we used to pump out, like I said, a week. We are still pumping out water from our building. And some people, properties are spoiled, messed up, and the cost of it is too much on the people in this environment. So what we do from time to time, if you look down these streets down, you see that all the time we are always filling up the streets with rubble so that at least we can have passage of way for our cars. That's what we've been doing, and it's quite a challenge for the CDA.
Some of the houses are still flooded as at the time of our visit. This is troubling the people who claim they barely have the presence of government in the neighborhood.
I have big files, letters written to Governor Fashola at that time for them to do on our roads, drainage and power. Fortunately, we were able to solve our own power problem from Abuja. They came from Ministry Power in Abuja and asked them to appoint a contractor so we have one of the best power. But that's the only thing. Road, drainage is terrible. When Ambode came, he did our road, so it really helped. But then it wasn't comprehensively done. They blocked our drainage. So our drainage has nowhere to flow to. So we've been struggling in that time. I was working on water in my area now, even Sunday when I'm supposed to be resting. So you can see it's individual effort here. We have not done anything, nothing, a pin here since I came here in 2000 and I moved there in 2007 when I finished my house. So no support. The state government, by default, this road. Federal, our power. So we are really abandoned, and they say they don't have us in their plan. So we don't know whether in the next 5-6 years there will be anything done here. The little money we should be, little money I should be using to eat my food, I contribute with others to maintain roads, to maintain everything.
This canal is meant to channel water to the lagoon, but barely functions as such, says one of the residents of the community.
This canal stretches all the way from the other side of Ifako down to this part of this Ifako, then going towards the canal, going towards the lagoon. You could see a lot of construction that has encroached on the canal, and then 2 weeks ago the community had to mobilize people to dredge, to clear the seaweed on this canal, which they did, and after that you can see that's why you see the water flowing. But as far as some few days back, this canal was filled to the brim, that the water was not flowing properly. Now we need the government. Some times ago we went to Ministry of Environment. We got there, we discovered that the government is supposed to build a jetty around here, somewhere along this line, but then it's been neglected, and the water level is increasing now. We're in July and it's going to rain up till October. You can imagine the kind of situation we are going to find ourselves. So we need the government presence to give us good line drains so that it will take water from the community down to this canal, and as well dredge this canal properly so that the water can flow out easily. And that will give us a better place for us to live in.
Going forward,
we want to please appeal to the government to please come to our aid, come to the rescue of this community, and help us probably with a parallel gutter or elevate the road such that those of us on the Seaflow Estate and the Adeniji Road can have our waters direct into government drainage system. That will go a long way to really help us. It will go a long way to really help us. And I know it's what the government has done in other places, and I'm sure they can as well help us in this place.
Well, we want the presence here. They want our roads and drainage to be done. Unfortunately, when I'm as a professor in the University of Lagos, hydrology, and we work hydraulics, engineering, and so on. But we know what to do, but we don't have the resources to do it. We want them to come here. Drainage, the canal is bad, it's terrible. I've never seen a canal like that before. It's flooding people's houses. It's not really very useful. It's too shallow, too narrow, we're poorly aligned. So we need a good canal, and then we need a road with the drainage.
Lagos State government, having started this good work in this area, should please accomplish it by coming to our aid. The length of road is it's not more than 1 kilometer, and it's something that they can do. Sir, we pay our tax. We are in love with government. Whenever there's a call for people to come and select who they want to lead them, we are always number one. We have given our commitment to the well-being of Lagos State, as it has also returned, to our own well-being. So our desire, sir, basically, is if they can come do this for us, we would be eternally grateful to them.
this Oworo community for now would hope for respite only if the Lagos State government finds it necessary to look into the impact assessment of a project meant to bring succor and development to the people. Edo State is one of the many states in the country that suffer flooding annually. Even the state capital, Benin City, is not spared. The rains are back again this year, and the state government erosion control measures appear unable to withstand the impact. The State Commissioner for the Environment, Omoa Oni Okpaku, blames this on the attitude of the people to safe environment, which has led to blocked drains and more. It's the flood season, and Benin City, the Edo State capital, takes a hit as flash flood appears in most parts of the state, including the government-reserved area. in spite of several flood control measures put in place. This calls for a review. Our reason, the State Commissioner for Environment and her team compare notes on the flooding project at the Erosion axis of Benin City, the Edo state capital.
It's not even obvious that there are drains here. So people can actually step into this and actually get what you call drowned, or I mean not drowned, but silted away, you know, because it's all fully silted, people can actually step on it. Now,
the area has been a perennial target for flood after a heavy downpour. The intervention here include the water retention pond, designed to regulate the stormwater runoff. This resident expects the state government to do better than just the water retention ponds put in place.
There are almost about 50 off streets attached to Erosion. And these 50 off streets, there are water coming in. And not all the waters that are coming in for these off streets are going into the moats, even if they through the moats. So most of the water will still come to this place. So the only solution is that they should construct a drainage system in this place. Because right from time I'll be shouting on Twitter that these ponds, these fish ponds, won't work. It won't work, for God's sake, because this place have turned landlords to tenants. Babies have died in this place. So it won't work. They should construct a drainage to serve as temporary, to find a solution to the waters coming in from the off streets. Then after that, they should through the moats. And I can bet you that with the look of the level of water, the volume of water coming into this place, that it won't also be a drastic solution.
For the Environment Ministry, providing channels for water flow has not been the problem. The challenge is getting residents to desist from depositing waste into drainages.
most of our issues are the fact that our gutters are silted, and that's the figment of how we live as a people. So His Excellency, the Governor, has said, let's look at the red spot areas. The red spot areas keep changing every year. We have more red spot areas than we did last year, because as we clean, it's difficult for those places to get totally blocked, but new places are opening up again, getting blocked. So we're going to clean all through. Those are the axes we've taken you to. And then you've seen a lot of work that have been done on the erosion control. We've seen what is happening at Uwelu. We've seen what is happening at Gapiona. We've seen what is happening at Aurora. We've seen what is happening in Erediawa. We've been there last year. Within a space of 8, 9, 10 months, you see what has been done there. You know, so we are not sleeping at all on all our work. The joy, it's unfortunate that the rains are heavy, extremely heavy, and our people are taking time to build the sensitivity towards a cleaner environment, towards biodiversity. Let's plant more trees, let's plant more flowers. These things, all these little things come together to make our situations easier and better.
The team inspects another source of the flooding in Erediawa at Igbogun Street. Here, illegal structures obstruct the moat meant to provide an outlet for water flow.
The whole place is filled up with water, but there is no space for the water to come inside the moat, which a lot of people lost their properties, lost everything that fateful day. But the people in the area, they now decide to go inside the rain and start digging the moat so that the moat can consume water. But during the day, there's no water in the moat.
Even Dennis Osadebe Avenue, where the government house is located, is not spared. The Environment Commissioner insists that while the present administration intensifies flood control measures, residents should play their role by protecting the environment.
Look at it. It's not as if the government hasn't done drainage. We have drainage. But if the drainage is this silted, how does the water move? The water is moving on the surface. So now, luckily, it's on our dissertation plan. we've put it out, and in another 1 week we'll be coming to seal this place again. But for Christ's sake, these are people's houses. There's no reason why anybody shouldn't clean the front of their houses. There's no reason why, look, this whole place is built up. Government is not good. It's impossible that we're going to go to every corner street and clean their gutters from them. So the pleading again is here. We're looking at it, our eyes are seeing it. Look at the gutters, look at how silted they are. They're in front of people's houses. Please, and please, in the name of God, let us just do our own bit and make it easier for His Excellency to be able to achieve his dreams for you, his developmental strides for the state, and to be able to move forward.
The Edo State government, while advocating for a change in attitude towards disposal, is also reassuring residents that it will continue to desilt the drainages to mitigate flooding. Residents of Ikonifangha Community Technical Area in Calabar Municipal Local Government Area of Cross River State are afraid of what has become of the environment as erosion eats deep into their lifestyle and livelihood. The gully created is threatening, claim the people. Join us. Technical community structurally accommodates more than 700 houses and over 7,000 individuals. But the recent expansion of the ravine in the community is becoming worrisome as it has already destroyed several houses and property, leaving some persons with no choice than to flee in search of safety. High rainfall density and poor drainage system are some factors attributed to the cause of the environmental degradation. Residents say the wrong channeling of water in an attempt to construct a drainage system by the Cross River State Basin Development Authority also plays a major role in the current situation in the area.
When they were doing the road, they were meant to do this drainage that you see to my left. They terminated the drainage wrongly at the point I showed to you when we were coming in. I can tell you that what you are seeing here that has ravaged this community at this point was just like a stream until that drainage was terminated wrongly. So between the time Leal's administration left and now, this is the damage this drainage termination has done to this community. You can see the house behind me. It's gone. Several houses here are gone. This is a community with over 700 houses, about 7,000 persons living in this community. I'm not talking about the community to the right. I'm talking about the local community this way and this estate. If you put together, you are going to have about 1,000 households here, buildings here, that are going to be swallowed by this ravine. So we are pained. It's like the world has come to an end in this community. COVID-19, I said to you, we are obeying the protocols. We were managing, we were keeping the social distance where you can see all of us came out here with our mask. But how do we deal with this ravage that is on us? You can see the building that we showed to you. 4 has left us already. 2 is at the verge of going. So that is what is rather killing us more, faster. COVID-19, yes, it will come and go. But government need to rescue us with this ravine.
Members of the community say efforts to get necessary attention from appropriate agencies yielded no result, leaving them to their fate as the ravine has now become a death trap.
It's not a good experience to live in this kind of a thing. If you can see in my house, if you see that point where I planted this thing, that was how the erosion ate up to that point, in which I wanted to run away from the house, but just the grace of God with prayers that I'm praying, because I don't have anywhere to go, to run to. So I'm just staying here, just managing it, but just praying every day that God should help me and my children. Let government come and assist us in order to control this thing, because if not, anything can happen. But to me, I believe that it's just God, it's just the grace of God that has been keeping us here. You people can see what is happening there. It's just the grace of God. So what I'm just thinking, what I'm just begging God to touch the heart of the government for them to come and help us and do something here.
In the course of looking for a solution to the challenges, members of the community paid a courtesy visit to the management of the Cross River Basin Development Authority to intimate them on the spate of devastation that has engulfed the area. They await the result of the visit. Meanwhile, the situation is similar for residents of Ikotefanga, Calabar, where over 30 houses have been lost to the ravine in the area.
That is based in there.
Although the cause of the ravine is uncertain, residents say the constant landslide has created a home for hoodlums to carry out illegal activities which tend to threaten peace in the area.
The community actually have tried their best to make sure they will curtail the sliding, planting bamboo tree and just that. And it is actually eating into the community, and those of us that are living close here, we are afraid and coping with the COVID-19. Some of the people you are seeing here are now try to patch with others who are having houses. The thing fell last week, and some of them are running to hide out with others, with their friends. And if that continues, it is a serious hazard.
The coordinator of New Map Cross River State, Fidelis Anukwa, says plans are underway by the Cross River State government to intervene in the situation, but only for selected areas.
We did one gully called Lemna Agric, Benin City community, and there's another upcoming gully called Ikotefanga Park, gully by the E1 estate. And then this one, you're talking about technical college. Well, my attention was drawn to it, and I did send my team of engineers to go there to find out what is happening there. And I've gotten the feedback, but as I speak to you now, we don't have a design for that site. And New Map is in the verge of closing, and we have a couple of sites that very soon we award the contract for their construction. And as you can see, those sites go beyond 12 months, and New Map have barely 12 months to go from today. So, Ikotefanga Technical College, for now, is not a site in our list. Not a list of sites we are going to intervene within the current New Map 1 lifespan. But we are anticipating that there should be New Map 2, and when New Map 2 comes, I am sure that they will address that Ikotefanga. This other side, very soon, as we receive a new objection from the bank, we'll award the contract. So that one we have gone very far. A design was made, approval was gotten for the design, and then procurement process for engagement contractors was advertised. We have done the bid evaluation report and sent to the World Bank. As soon as we have a no objection from the bank to that report, we award that contract.
The people of Ikotefanga are hopeful that government will swing into action to save lives and property in the area. Eyewitness Report provides you the platform to air your views on Channels Television, irrespective of where it's from. So get in here by simply uploading your pictures or videos to the Eyewitness portal, which you can find on Channels TV app. Don't forget, the app is available on the various app stores online. Simply download and follow the steps to get your photos uploaded. Sit back and let's see what you already posted for the week. The next photo shows two telcos mast allegedly on the verge of collapsing. Our eyewitness says residents and buildings in Garden Valley, Ogudu GRA, are badly affected and at a risk of getting their houses damaged. He wants LASIMRA and other relevant agencies to come to their rescue.
The scene you are seeing is a Noge Primary School, Olije Egbanke, Orawa local government of Edo State.
This next video shows the state of Inoge Primary School, Olige Igbanke, Edo State. What you see is the playing field that has been overtaken by weeds. Our eyewitness says the school has not got much attention since after the days of the late Professor Ambrose Ali. He wants the Edo State government to please reach out to them.
This is an area in Ikorodu called Baga, and a rain fell yesterday, and this place is not motorable again.
Next video shows the condition of the road in Baga, in Ikorodu area of Lagos. Our eyewitness says after the recent rainfall, it's been difficult for the people to ply the route to Ijede. He wants the Lagos State government to come to their rescue. Now, those are your shots to keep them coming. Next week, we'll be back again, and hopefully, we'll be here for you. Till then, I'll keep my eyes on you.